If you're struggling to get stops on defense in Madden 23, then you're in luck. Because in this video, I'm about to show you guys how to play the best man coverage defense in the game.
Looking for Madden 23 Ultimate Team coins? AOEAH.com is the cheapest and most reliable coins on the market. Click the link in the description and use coupon code SPORTS for 3% off your order.
Yo, what's up YouTube? It's your boy Duke, back here from sportsgamers.com. And in this video, I'm about to break down the best man coverage defense in the game. And the best part is I'm going to show you 3 or 4 different tips that will actually allow you guys to apply this defense to several different formations and playbooks throughout the game. Now in this video, I'm going to be in the 4-6 playbook on defense, and I'm going to look at dime normal. But like I said, if you take what I show you in this video, you can apply it to other formations and playbooks as well. I really like dime normal specifically because it has a really glitchy play I'm going to break down, but also the personnel is good. You can put a safety at linebacker. You have a good front for a 4-line pass rush while playing man. If you have a good D-line, this can be really effective. So the coaching adjustments I recommend when using these tips and these plays in the scheme is to put your auto flip defense on, auto alignment on default, and we're going to go down in our curl flat zone drop and set that to 25. So the play I'm going to look at is the cover 1 robber press. Now offensively, we're going to break down a few different things. Let's just start. Let's start in the gun tight, right? This gun tight is actually a very common formation. Henry was using this in the MCS. A lot of players have used it in MCS, and it's pretty meta. So this is definitely a pretty meta formation on offense, and we're going to show you guys how to not only lock this down, but other formations as well. So in this video, I'm going to break down several different tips that are very important in this defense. We're going to go over different assignments and zone drops you can use for coverage on your safeties, different shading principles, different plays that are more effective than others when playing man coverage, and also how important the threat of a blitz is when playing man coverage. So make sure you watch the whole video so you don't miss out on very important information. And if you do like this content and want to see more, make sure you subscribe to the channel, drop us a like on the video, and comment as well. So first things first, anytime you're running man coverage, I don't care what the formation is, you need the threat of a blitz. So like if we're in dime, just the DB blitz 0 is fine. I can pinch my entire defense, and when I do this, I know that I'm going to get a quick rush off the edge from one of the DBs, as you guys can see here. Why this is so important is it makes the offense block the running back. So when the offense is forced to now block a running back, they simply do not have as many players out and in route. And what this does is it allows me to always user the player guarding the running back. So this is going to be principle number 2, is you want to have a threat of the blitz. For principle number 2 is user the guy on the running back. So when you user the guy on the running back and they block him, now you have an extra defender in coverage. Like I said, you actually only have to defend 4 guys in coverage versus 5. So on this cover 1 robber press, there's a lot of adjustments I like to use. But the one thing you need to know is the kind of like a secret not too many people know about is man coverage plays that have the word press in it. They play better man coverage and they get better press animations. This has been something that's kind of been a secret tip that only a few pros have known about for some years. And I've used it to my advantage. Every year I find a play with the word press in it for better man coverage. It's one of the reasons why I really like dime. So when I'm playing against tight formations, one of the things I like to do is, and this is why my safety zone drops at the 25, is go ahead and curl flat my safeties. Because now I don't have to worry about them running corner routes to either side of the field. So like here, if they try to run a street corner combo on the left, it would be locked up because I have my curl flat on 25 yards that will take away the sidelines. Then because I know the sidelines are taken away, I can actually shade my coverage to the inside. So that's going to not only take away the sidelines, but shading your coverage to the inside will help over the middle of the field. So let's see what will happen here. And I can kind of just lurk the middle of the field myself. But as you guys can see, if I try to throw that corner out, he's going to be able to easily break that up.
Looking to become a better Madden player and win more games? Check out sportsgamers.com. I built sportsgamers.com from the ground up to give you the best Madden tips, best Madden ebooks, all at the best price, bar none. We have a VIP membership that gives you access to the entire site, every ebook and every tip we release all year long for only $24.99. Click the link in the description. I've also pinned it in the comments, and use coupon code DUKE for 10% off your order.
Potentially pick it off. So there's actually much more to this defense. There's many more adjustments I have to break down. But just so you guys see, first, one of the best combos in the game, the street corner, it is locked up. As you guys can see, you can't throw that in there. The curl flat's going to take that away. And again, because I shaded my coverage to the inside, you can see that, these little routes over the middle field, it's pretty good coverage there. And you have to remember, once again, because I'm making the offense block the running back by showing a blitz look, if I see them not blocking the running back, I'm just going to start blitzing until they do. Now I don't even have to guard the running back. So again, I can just take my user and guard anything over the middle or anywhere I need to. One more thing I want to mention that is important to note is that if your DBs are not super fast or they don't have good press animations and press ratings, I would probably shade my coverage inside, but then also over the top, or the other way around, it's fine. But when you shade your coverage over the top, basically what's going to happen is, now if you have a receiver going deep on a streak or a deep post or something, they're not actually going to get pressed. So even if you have like a speed disadvantage, you guys can see, when you shade over the top, they don't actually press. Therefore, you don't even have to worry about guarding deep routes like, posts and skinny posts and streaks. So that's kind of how I look to defend tight. Now, defending other formations, like I said, is different. For instance, the bunch offset. So when we're going up against bunch offset, like we could potentially have a corner route, obviously, to the bunch side, but you don't really have to worry about the sideline so much on the lone receiver side. So what I like to do against bunch is actually go ahead and put my safety on the bunch side into a curl flat. Because remember, he zone dropped to 25 yards, so now that takes away any corner routes over there. Shade my coverage to the inside, but then I like to keep this safety in an inside third. The reason for that is a lot of players will, in bunch, like to hit crossing routes or post routes. And on a play like mesh post, bunch trail, verticals, whatever. And now you can't throw anything quick over the middle because that safety will be there. So like for instance here, if I was to run mesh post, right, something like this, obviously, like, first of all, remember, my user's fuller, so I can just free roam. But if you just try to throw that post, it's not going to really be there because I have a safety in the middle of the field, or I could even user it myself. That is really important. Now, the other thing is, against more spread out formations, which bunch could be an example on the left, if they have a short out elite who's going to get, win against the press and get, releases on streaks and C routes and whatnot, or any spread type formation, you might actually just want to put the safety on the spread side into a deep half so that in case they just, put them on a streak, you could defend that. Now, remember, we still do have the sideline defended, and because we're shading our coverage to the inside, we don't really have to worry about, quick slants and drags over the middle, but, we will have the freedom to roam whatever. So like here, if I do see a post, I can kind of just use it myself. And once again, you guys can see there's pretty much nothing open. If you take a look at the replay, I had the safety over the top to defend any potential streak. I did have the curl flat over there on the right sideline to defend corner routes, and then I was kind of just watching the middle of the field. Now, another popular play out there is the bunch trail. The bunch trail has a few different routes that are really, really difficult to deal with consistently, and that's going to be obviously the corner and then the trail route to the tight end. So again, what someone might do is pretty much do a streak combo, and they probably will, when they're running this bunch, probably have the bunch on the short side of the field, right? Because then they can do the corner streak combo to the short side. Now, if I'm in the same exact defense I just was, and they try to run this play, again, remember, all I'm doing is pinching my defense because, again, this could give the threat of the blitz. I can go ahead and put my curl flat on the bunch side of safety. The opposite safety, I can put them in a third, and I can move these safeties up if you want them to get a little bit more aggressive. But if you were worried about the streak, you can put them in a deep half. Now, when you shade your coverage inside again, that just helps on like slant routes and things of that nature over the middle. Now, even if they do send the running back out on a route, you can just guard them yourself. It's not that big of a deal. As you guys can see here, you can just take that away, and the corner route will once again always be watched. Now, one thing I will say is even from this play, you can blitz. So if you just notice that they're not blocking anybody, they just keep sending the running back out on a route, let's go ahead and mix in a quick blitz. Like, you could easily just blitz a slot corner and then man the guy up that's supposed to guard him. And, this will keep the offense a little bit honest as far as not always knowing if you're blitzing or not. You don't literally have to run the DB blitz 0. You can just blitz a slot corner and man him back up. Now, the way I would run this against trips is also a little bit different. Like I said, there's a little bit different adjustments based upon the formation you're defending. So, like with trips, I would probably have to make a little bit different adjustments. Because you guys know of trips, like it's very common for them to try to run tight end corner routes and then kind of like routes over the middle of the field. So against this, I would probably go ahead and again put the tight end side guy on the curl flat and also the trip side on a curl flat too, because I don't want corner routes to either side. And this formation does have good corner routes to both sides. Then I would shade my coverage inside and over the top. The reason why I do inside and over the top is now I'm more protected against like a deep, skinny post, a quick slant, and I don't really have to worry about, because this is a spread out formation, like short out elites or free streak releases over the top. So, if they try to hit me with some streaks and some routes over the middle, with the corner routes, I'm, again, completely protected. Look how when you shade to the inside, that in route gets guarded well. I can help out. And once again, the corner routes will be defended because the crow flats are dropping to a depth of 25 yards. So each formation does have a little bit different adjustments you would want to make for the safeties. But at the end of the day, all you have to do is know the formation you're going up against and where the corner routes could be coming from. And that's where you'll put the safeties in the crow flats. And then if they're, abusing you with, routes over the middle, that's why you shade coverage inside, and user over the middle because you're using the guy that's guarding the running back, which we're going to make them block the running back by presenting the threat of a blitz. So all these different principles are going to make sure that you're able to play better man coverage. And also, like I said, this can be done from other formations. It could be done from nickel over. Say you're worried about stopping the run from dime. You're not comfortable with that. You could just run nickel over. That's a very good run stopping formation and use these same principles. Now, the only thing I'll say about nickel over is this, unfortunately, you don't have a cover one press play like I do out of dime normal, which is why I really like that. But you can still apply all the other principles of the blitzing, using the guy on the running back, shading, did the curl flats, the inside thirds, and zone drops. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to smash that like button, and I'll be back with some more great Madden 23 content very, very soon.